I think it's so hard. I just want so badly to love and be loved, to find like my partner, find my person. Another round of time being wasted. I can't wait for the time where most things about me are endearing to someone, where I find someone who has like the same communication style as me, is emotionally intelligent. I just don't know like when it's gonna happen for me. And like, I know I talk about my dating on here and people can have their own opinions and this and that, but I'm just someone out here who's trying to find someone. I just sometimes feel like the love I so desperately want to give and to receive is not meant for me.
Oh, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo, gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to the desert. I'm not mildly impressed by this theatrical performance. I think Selena Gomez did a way better job. This one better take a look at a professional victim and how she plays the situation. But now, gentlemen, let's move on to more women that are single, not crying, just internally crying about their own bad choices. So let's
The hardest part about being chronically single is not knowing where you need to be. For me, I'm constantly battling. Am I even living in the right city? Do I need to move? Do I need to be somewhere else? Even when it comes to going out, I'm like, am I going to the right places? I need to be trying different places. Someone invites me out and I decide that I want to stay in. I'm tired. I almost feel guilty sometimes. Like, well, maybe if I would have went out this night, I would have met my future husband. I'm getting to the point where I'm 31. I'm going on 32. I enjoy my nights in, okay? I also enjoy having a small circle over a bunch of different acquaintances, but being single, I'm constantly like, okay, I need to meet new people because maybe new people will be friends with my future husband and that's how I'm gonna meet him. When you're chronically single, you almost don't have that moment and feeling of peace because you constantly feel like, okay, if I was doing XYZ, maybe, you know, I would meet someone. The truth of the reality is
yeah, you know, if you were a family-oriented feminine woman, you will have met your Prince Charming already. It's that simple, it's that easy. Every woman who does it gets engaged. All right, 98% of women who do it get engaged. All right, there's another 2% that, you know, due to life, something may happen. All right, but the vast majority of women who follow that simple formula, just be feminine, you know, family-oriented, maybe lose some weight. Some men don't even care about that because nowadays a lot of people are overweight. It's that easy. But of course, they wouldn't do that.
I'm 31. I'm not going to stay in every weekend and have my same 3 friends and end up meeting my person, right? I do believe that whatever's meant to be is going to be in your timing. But to put yourself out there, you do unfortunately need to sometimes put yourself in situations that maybe you don't want to be doing. Maybe you want to be on your couch instead. I mean, to be fair, one time I did have a friend that literally dated the guy that delivered pizza to us. But to be honest, I prefer a no contact delivery anyways. Does anyone else feel like this from time to time? Because it can literally be exhausting.
Yeah, madam. Most women feel just like you. That biological clock is ticking. They are 30. They have been dating the bad boys, dismissing the good boys, and now they're panicking. So a lot of women can relate. Sorry.
So I read this really interesting study today that women who live alone age better than those who don't. According to a Stanford University study, women who live alone have lower levels of cortisol, which we know is the stress hormone. And because of that, their immune system strengthens, sleep is improved, and inflammation is reduced. What does that do? That leads to an activation of genes linked to longevity and cell rejuvenation.
You see, guys, I love that look in her eyes at the end of the video. Like, I don't know, girls, you tell me. I mean, the study says it. There's another study by the University of, what was it? These nuts, I think, that says that a certain white substance that males produce is good for face skincare routine. So I'm giving you the same look, madam. I don't know. You do with that what you will. I don't know. I doubt she will, though, because of course she only, you know, pays attention to the false studies that she's interested in, and not the false studies that she's not interested in. So there's that.
I see a man that's like tall, like 6'5", looks like he plays basketball, like slender build, but also like a little muscly. I see a man like that and I start walking like this, rubbing it together, get a little friction in between my legs. I go, I want him so bad. I want him so bad. I don't even care if he's like kind of ugly in the face. Like 6'5" just makes me want to start biting through my mattress. Like I don't know what is wrong with me, but it gets me. And those men are boring. Guys over 6'3" have no personality because they never had to, because they're tall. They just look at you and you're like, all right, which hole do you want? Like, and I fall victim. I fall freaking victim every.
Oh, sorry guys, I received a phone call and I wasn't listening to the video. What was she talking about again? About how she values personality, was it? Sorry, just wasn't listening, guys. Can someone make a resume for me? Like, was she talking about how she values the, you know, principles that a man abides by, his morals, his personality, his life achievements or something? I guess that must have been it. But now, let's move on to our final TikTok before the article story, which is some advice.
I come on this app all the time and I tell you guys to start acting like men. I tell you to be selfish like men are. I tell you to only look out for yourself the way that men do. And every single time I met with women saying, I shouldn't have to act like a man. I'm not a man. It's not fair that I live in a man's world. I shouldn't have to act like them. They're bad people. I shouldn't have to act like them. Now more than ever, you don't have the luxury of being able to decide how you would prefer to act if you want to be treated with respect and you want any kind of leverage or power in this world. You have to act like a man. You need to be selfish. You need to move selfishly. That little fairy tale shit that you were fed growing up is just that, a fairy tale. It is not real. I mean this in the context of dating. I mean this in the context of every facet of your life. You need to look out for number one, and number one is you. And then everything else is for other women. We do not have the luxury of being able to step into our divine feminine. If you're divine feminine...
Divine feminine, guys. I think I'm going to vomit. By the way, look at that dead look in her eyes. Wow, she's lost, guys. It's over. Broken beyond repair. But who hurt you? Who hurt you? Could it be the bad boys that you decided to date? Could it be the bad boys that you went out of your way to pursue? You know, it's a, what was it? It's a hard path, gentlemen. It's a long path to the Chad that they are chasing, and they have to circumvent all the good men in between. You know. They, like Neo from the Matrix, guys. These women just dodge all the good men that want to pursue families, that want to have stable relationships. They are dodging them like Neo from the Matrix. So dodge, and they make their way to the top to reach that one bad boy, that 1 out of 100 men who's a really big bad boy. Yeah, they make everything possible to be with him, and they make like a collection of 10 of those guys. And then they say, all men are evil. It's always the same narrative.
Feminine still makes you a victim, then it's not very useful, is it? Act like a man. This is a man's world more than it's ever been. You have enough power to actually get things for yourself, so I suggest you do it.
Yeah, just absurd, guys. It's a man's world more than it's ever been. Oh, what are you talking about? Are you talking about how men are extremely disfavored when it comes to marriage? Are you talking about how men don't have any rights when it comes to deciding their own offspring? Even before they are born, you know, talking about abortion and all that. But even after they're born, in some countries you cannot even make a test to see if it's your own child. You know, it's forbidden by law. So are you talking about that? Are you talking about how in dating we have no options whatsoever if we are not a 10 out of 10 guy who is a, you know, 8'4"? What are you talking about? What aspect in life are you talking about where we have all this power? You better let me know. I might start using it.
And you're not going to get things from yourself and take things out of the hands of men by being nice. It's not going to happen. Men are selfish. And they know this about themselves. They know this about themselves. I don't care what they've told you. I promise you, they know this about themselves. And they have made no effort to change it. If there's any kind of man that comes on here and it's like women's rights, women deserve this, he's doing that because he's getting clout off of it and he's getting paid for it. They do not give a fuck about you. I don't know how many times it needs to be repeated, how many lessons you need to learn for that to sink in. They don't care.
Hey guys, that's a nice conspiracy theory. Men who are feminist allies are getting paid to by the government. I must presume they're like agents, you know? I mean, it will make more sense rather than assuming that there are some men that are that stupid that will defend feminism. But it's a nice conspiracy theory. Let me know what you think.
About you. They care about number one. We have seen it time and time again. You need to be selfish and leave the fairy tale behind. And as much as I want to tell you this message in a nice way, it's not sinking in when I do. Either you're going to get your ass handed to you, or you're going to listen to me, the mean lady who's giving you the harsh truths. Take it from me. Take it from me.
Or, here's another wild suggestion. Just don't pick the bad man. Yeah, just stop. Stop doing it. There are plenty of good men. You know, enough for all of you ladies. Because most women are crap. When it comes to dating, let me specify. So, hey, just if 50% of current modern day women wanted to find a boyfriend, a good boyfriend, they could manage. You know, because there is that amount of good men out there. However, there's not that amount of good women out there. If even 10% of men wanted to find a serious girlfriend.
You need to prioritize yourself.
And guys, I'm not getting these percentages from the Oxford University of whatever bullcrap study that interests me. No, I'm just pulling them out of my arse. I'm going to be absolutely honest with you. It's my, you know, it's the percentages I feel are real, according to my experience. But you let me know if yours is different.
And you need to do whatever you need to do to secure power and resources for yourself. And then you need to put other women on and elevate them. These men are not your friend. They're not. And they know this. You just don't. Before you get in my comment section saying gender wars, social media, gender wars, pick up a fucking history book. This has been the case long before social media was a thing. Pick up a fucking history book and take your head out of your ass.
Okay, lady, calm down now. It's very interesting, guys, because you and I hear this from both men and women. Men complain that most women are bad, just like I do. Women complain that most men are bad, like this one and every other one we cover on the channel. So who is right? Who is right, Hidan? I'm very confused. You know, imagine an alien comes down to Earth and just sees this gender war. Oh, who is right? You know, they both claim the other gender is wrong. Well, we are right. Of course, gentlemen, of course that we are right. Because, again, we can see that men, at least a few years ago, they still wanted to try. You had the optimist, you know, the glass half full people trying to say there are still good women, we're gonna find them. Those same men have given up 2 years later, right? The amount of men that still want to find something serious is very low. Most men have given up, and most men have given up because they simply weren't able to find one decent woman, all right? One woman that will not leave your ass the moment she finds something better. One woman who actually wants to provide something to the relationship. You know? But according to the report, let's call it, men are the ones who gave up in the end. Men are the ones who, until the end, wanted to make things work, find a girlfriend, family things. Men are the ones. Women are the ones who wanted to milk guys out of their resources and go on dates and go on Tinder and have the 300 people DM them and just use them all like clowns for attention, right? That's it. Women have the power, women have the options, and they are simply not choosing to give guys a chance. You know, they are the ones with power, guys. It's not us. You can't simply decide to have a girlfriend from, you know, now till tomorrow. Women can. Holy cow. They just simply can decide to have a boyfriend. They can decide to have 10 boyfriends if they wanted to. They're just not giving the good average man a chance. Instead, they are chasing these bad boys and then complaining on the internet about men. So of course we are right, in case there was any doubt in your mind. But now, let's move on to article story titled, Are there still lots of unmarried men over 30? I just turned 30 and will probably have to open myself to dating again anytime soon. Yeah, it's about time, I would say. I wanted to date men in their 31, 39-year-old, more or less. I'm afraid that my options will just either be unmarried men but with lots of baggages, aka issues, hang-ups, traumas, and afraid of commitment. No, but wait a minute, madam. I think that these men that you're referring to, it's not that they will have a lot of baggage, but rather they will have a lot of experience, you know, is my take. In fact, I view them as a green flag. Men who have traumas and have been dumped 35 times and, you know, have been part of 17 situationships. I think that they are more experienced, you know, and they know better. Now they know, right? I think that they have gone through their healing phase. I think that they have, you know, taken valuable lessons from all of that. So don't avoid them. In fact, it's very sexist that you will imply that that is baggage. Point 2. Unmarried men who are not interested to build a family. In other words, just to F around. What do you mean F around? You mean like women who are not interested to build a family up until their 40s when they have no other resort and want a retirement plan and have been effing around by being part of dating apps and going on situationships and dates just for free meals and attention and going to clubs for the most superficial level of validation from strangers? Is that what you're making an analogy here? Is that what you're referencing? And point 3. Married men from a failed marriage. So, divorced men. Again, guys, I don't think that divorced men are a red flag. I think that, again, they are more experienced. In fact, if they are single dads, that's all the better. If they picked a bad woman that dumped their ass, it's all the better. You know, because they are warriors. They are struggling alone to keep the child. Isn't that the narrative that we hear from single moms and divorced wives and all that? Oh, but I come with more experience. Now I know better. So, just very sexist poster, guys. Edit. Not that there's anything wrong with these categories I have listed here. Yeah, sure. Crap. There's always a reason for something. I believe that there are tons of grey areas too. There are just... excuse me. These are just the most common top-of-mind observations or assumptions based on personal encounters. How true and not true are these? I need enlightenment. Thank you. Well, when we do it, it's wrong, right? When we make common observations based on what we see and our encounters with people, oh, we are sexist. You know, we are misogynist because we make those observations. Let's actually see some of the responses. Yes, me, I don't want to be, but dating is hard. Depends where you live. Yada yada. Not so true for men over 30. There are still plenty of good choices. Yada yada. I'm just looking for a comment that is going to call this woman a sexist, but I don't appear to find any, guys. I invite you right now to go on Reddit r/dating advice and write the same thing, but as a man. You know, I don't want women who are unmarried but with lots of baggages, aka high body count, hang-ups, traumas, situationships, being on dating apps. Point 2, unmarried but not family oriented, meaning not wanting to build a family, not wanting to have kids, not wanting to prioritize a family over career. And point 3, divorced women. You can include single mothers. And just watch all the, you know, the eruption, the volcanic eruption of hate that you're going to get. Because as a man, you're not allowed to have standards in 2025. But gentlemen, that will be it for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me and Ampu. Please like and subscribe if you want this content to reach more men and to fight the algorithm with me. And I'll see you next time, guys. Have a good one.